Okay, we're going to make my grilled chicken with mango salsa. Hopefully you've got your grill on, getting nice and hot, and let's get on. So first off, we need to get the chicken on under the grill, so we need to season it. So just a good twist of pepper and a nice big pinch of salt. Really nicely season them. And turn them over and do the same on the other side. There we go. And now pop them onto your grill pan. There we go. Trying to keep one hand not chickeny. So we just need to go and pop these under the grill, then come back and get rid of your chopping board and give your hands a good wash. Right, hopefully you're back too. And now the chicken will take between sort of 9 and 12 minutes. And the reason why I can't make it more accurate for you at the moment is because some people's grills are a little bit different. For instance, my grill is absolutely rubbish and I'll be nearer the 12 minutes. So the main thing is, if you set a timer now for 9 minutes and then check it after 9 minutes and just cut inside it just to check that it's not pink. If it's still pink, give it another minute and check. Okay, so go and put your timer on for 9 minutes. I'm lucky I've got my own timer in my cameraman. And then once you've got your timer on, we'll get on with doing everything else. Okay. So we're going to make the salsa now. So the first thing to do, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all the, we'll do the mango last because the mango is going to be the messiest one. So we'll just do the onion. We'll do this nice and slowly. And I always keep a plate or a bag just next to me when I'm doing anything like this. So it just means that you can put all the peel or anything like that onto the plate. So my bin's over on the other side of the kitchen, otherwise you'd be running back and forth or just having a very, very messy worktop. So we're just going to peel and chop half of this onion. Well, this is such a great recipe because it's so healthy. And so easy to do, other than peeling the onion, which is proving a little bit difficult, and just packed with flavour. You can't beat a good salsa. And it's amazing how mango, obviously being a fruit, works so well with chilli, coriander. Absolutely fantastic. And a little teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. Blimey, I'm making a meal of this, so to speak. Right. You've probably already chopped yours by now. So just half the onion. We're just going to finely chop the onion. Just watching your fingers. There we go. So we're just going to use half of this onion, so that'll be plenty. And just going over it, just making sure that there's no big lumps of onion. Don't worry overly about it, but if you can get it sort of finely chopped to that extent, we'll be fine. So then we're just going to move this to the side. If you don't have room on your chopping board, just pop it on a plate, that's absolutely fine. But nice little pile to the side. And now for the chilli. This is quite a big chilli, so I'm only going to use half of this. I'm also a little bit of a wimp, so I'm going to take the seeds out as well. But if you like the stuff really hot, then you can obviously add more chilli. But I think half a chilli is plenty. And so we just need to get rid of the seeds. And then we're just going to chop this up as well. All onto my trusty little plate. And then we're going to slice this and then chop it up nice and finely like what we did with the onion. And then just going over it, giving it a good mash together. There we go, and we can add that to the pile of onions. And now you've been handling chilli, so make sure before you've washed your hands that you don't sort of touch your nose or your eyes or anything worse, because it will hurt. Then lastly, the coriander. So the way I normally do this is with the stalks, just chop the stalks off at the bottom, and you can discard those, and then roll it up into a little bunch like this. And then just chop. And then that's roughly chopped coriander. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes now, so the chicken will be ready to turn. So go and check your chicken and give it a turn, and then come back. Okay, and now on to the mango. And if you can see, most mangoes have a flatter side, so that if you were to put it down, it would roll onto its side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut down on either side like this, alongside the stone. So I'll do this facing you. And you may have to just work around the stone. There we go. Like that. And then the same on the other side. And then turn it over. You see, I'm just cutting around the stone, and then the last side. Just chopping around the stone. And any bit of stone that's come off, we can just get rid of, that's fine. Okay, we can get a little bit more off this afterwards, but just we're going to deal with the bits, the chunks that we've made first. So you've got your little piece here, and you could either just run your knife down the skin and take it off that way, or you can just score it the same way as you might do a melon. Score it just all the way through to the skin, but not, so it's like that, but not cutting through. And then the same little crossways, so you're making little cubes, like that. And then just press up, and you should be able to chop, and then the the skin should just slide off nice and easily with a knife. So we just want nice little bits. So run it and the knife under, easy way to do it, and you'll get your nice little cubes of mango will just fall off. Just like that. And we'll get on and do that with the other ones. So I'm trying to do this so you can see. So just scoring it and making the little cubes like that. And then you can just run your knife all the way down it. Let's pull this one back. There we go. And just be careful with your hands. And moving on to the next piece. It's difficult for me to grip this so I can show you, but hopefully you're getting the hang of it. Like that. And however you want to do it, you bend it round. It should just come off nice and easily because you've made your little chunks. Yeah? And your chicken will be cooking away nicely. This is such a good one and a good use of the time with when the chicken's under the grill. And then the next one, a little bit of stone in this one, so just cut it out with your knife if you've found anything like that, absolutely fine, and then just do exactly the same as what you were doing. Right, and that should be about 9 minutes now, so I'll just do this one and then I'm going to go and check my chicken. If your chicken is done, and there's a way to do it, is just make a little knife incision into the chicken and just check. If it looks pink, it's not done. If it doesn't look pink, it's done. So I'm going to go and check mine now. Now mine definitely needs a little bit longer. If yours is done, just leave it out. It doesn't matter. It'll still stay warm. This isn't a hot dish that we're making anyway. So don't worry about that. If it's not done like mine, just carry on and we'll get the salsa done first. There we go. And then lastly, this bit's got a little bit of the stone in it as well that I nicked. So just cut him out. And always the same, just scoring it and then bending it back. You don't need me to keep harping on about that. And this is another great example of how healthy food just doesn't need to be boring. And now with the rest of the mango, all we need to do now is just cut little chunks off, and you can feel the bone. So just going as close to the bone as you can. The bone. Too used to cooking meat. Going close to the stone. There we go, little chunks of it. There we go. Now put all of this into the bowl, and then I'm going to go and check the chicken again. The bowl, scoop it up. There we go. I'm just going to give my hands a little wash, and then I'm going to go and check my chicken, so you go and do yours as well. Okay, and I'll just get a board to bring the chicken over. Right, so I've brought the chicken over, and I'll just show you. See, I've made an incision in, and it's nice and white. There's no pink in there. So that should be the same as yours. And now all we need to do is carve this. I'm going to get a fork because it's going to be a little bit hot still. You might not need the fork if you've been if yours is already cooked. So let's move this one back. All we're going to do is just cut this on an angle like this, just so it looks nicer on the plate, and then it is serving it time. There we go. There we go. So just cutting it on an angle, like you would in any good restaurant. And we can move this to the side, bring in the plate, and we can serve up. Okay, so we just pop the chicken to the side of the plate, and then just spread it out slightly so everyone can see your nice cutting skills. And then lastly, we just need to add to the salsa a little pinch of salt and pepper and the balsamic vinegar. So just a little pinch of salt. And a twist of pepper. And then a teaspoon of balsamic, and give it a good mix together. There we go. Nice mix together. This will all be absolutely fantastic. And because it's not a runny salsa that you would if you were using chopped tomatoes or something, but the mango is nice and juicy, so you don't need a sauce or anything for this. And all we need to do is just spoon this. I'm going to just spoon mine over the side and just sort of falling over in an artistic, like I meant that kind of way. But if you want to just place a nice little pile, use a cooking ring, however you want to do yours. So, just going to... just like that for me. And then lastly, the salad. And it's up to you whether you want to just put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to just a little drop, it's about half a teaspoon, if that, and then just give it a little mix together with your fingers. You'll notice the taste, and it'll make it look nice and glossy. And then just take a nice handful of that and pop it on the side. Just tidy it up slightly, and there we go. That's it done, and I hope you enjoy it.